not tell if we're live yet. I'm gonna go ahead and act like we are here for a few seconds and just start talking. Had some technical difficulties tonight for sure. Yeah, we are live. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. It's been a doozy. Alright, we started off the stream in a rough spot, and apparently I hadn't even started the stream until just now. Hello everybody. Tonight we are here for more severe weather coverage. Alright, we have an enhanced risk of severe weather across portions of the deep south here, including portions of northeast Texas, northwest Louisiana, southeastern Oklahoma, and southwestern Arkansas. Right now we are seeing some severe storms pop off here in portions of northern and central Arkansas. Okay, so we do have only one severe thunderstorm warning right now in effect. That's going to be for Hector and Atkins in Arkansas. We are not anywhere near the peak intensity of this event, but you gotta understand that's gonna be at like 1 or 2 a.m., right? So, be wary tonight. We could be looking at several tornadoes, some possibly strong, large hail, damaging winds. Right now, we're looking at a gusty wind and especially a large hail threat. Yeah.
Is it done?
No idea. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties and the late start tonight. The original plan was to go live at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, and then that did not work out just because there was absolutely no severe weather at that time. And then I tried to go live, and I was talking for probably 10 to 15 minutes to absolutely nobody because I didn't realize that I wasn't live. Had some technical difficulties tonight, but what is important is that we are here and we are doing this. We currently have one severe thunderstorm warning, like I was saying here, for 1-inch hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds. Alright, so get away from windows if you are included in this warning. The worst place to be during a hailstorm is near windows because those windows can get crushed so easily by hail moving quickly at them. Okay, so you've definitely got to look out for that. Alright, hail is probably going to be our number one threat for this live stream. Not going to say that's going to be the number one threat for tonight because tonight we're going to be looking at a huge tornado threat after, 10, 11 p.m. If certain conditions are met. Alright, this is definitely a conditional threat. I wouldn't say that this is going to be a super bad guaranteed outbreak, but it has potential. Alright, we are seeing numerous severe storms kind of starting to roll on through here. I shouldn't say numerous severe storms, numerous strong storms. With one severe, we have two strong thunderstorm warnings. They're titled as special weather statements technically, but this one here is for 40-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-size hail over Fort Smith. That's just about to expire. It's already past Fort Smith, so if you're in Fort Smith, you are good to go. And then we have another one here in portions of northeast Texas near New Boston. Alright, so that is what we're going to be dealing with tonight. This is likely going to be a much shorter live stream than I usually do. A, because there's just not too much severe weather going on right now. And B, because, there is quite a bit of stuff going on tonight. So I will not be able to go live for as long as I usually am, unfortunately. If you have any questions about your specific location, what you could see with this storm, or the blizzard we have ongoing, just leave them in the chat, because I am feeling free to talk about either tonight. This is definitely going to be more on the chill side of streams. We're just going to be looking at severe weather. We could be talking about what's coming in the next few days. You got any questions? Again, leave them in chat, and I will try to answer all the ones that I see. But yeah, right now, we only have one severe thunderstorm warning, and that's actually going to expire in 15 minutes. But we still have a significant hail core on it, so I imagine it will probably get reissued. Alright, this isn't a life-threatening storm or anything, but it does have some hail on it, and some gusty winds. Not necessarily damaging winds, but you don't want to be outside in this. That is 100% for sure. You never want to be outside in any thunderstorm, but whenever you got a storm like this that's producing large hail and gusty winds, it's especially dangerous, right? So get indoors, obviously, if you are included in this warning, away from windows preferably, if that's an option. If you are in this orange color tonight, you're going to want to be staying up much later, alright? You are under an enhanced risk of severe weather, which is not a common thing. So you're going to want to tune into your local National Weather Service tonight if you're anywhere from Shreveport to Little Rock, because we could be looking at some significant weather if certain conditions are met. So stay tuned here with me, everybody. Probably be live for a good 30 minutes, probably. Like I said, not going to be as long as my usual streams. New radar update, we have that same significant hail core on there, alright. So yeah, looks like we do have somebody watching. Hello. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing tonight. It's definitely on the more chill side of things. Like I said, a lot of things didn't go to plan today, but that's alright. Sometimes, every once in a while, it can't be perfect every time. But yeah. So it looks like this special weather statement was reissued here, actually, for portions of Arkansas, the one that was near Fort Smith. 40-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail still just to the east of Fort Smith. It's kind of impressive that this radar, it's not necessarily impressive, but it is good to know that this radar did not take a hit from this storm here, because if it got knocked out already from this tiny storm after what we're going to see tonight, where we're going to need to use this radar, that would be bad. But we've still got it going, luckily, so that is definitely good to hear. But yeah, this severe thunderstorm warning expires in 13 minutes, but, you just take a look at all these storms in here. Any one of these has the potential to get a severe thunderstorm warning. We are looking at embedded supercells tonight. We're going to be starting off tonight really on the northern side of this circle, and then by the time this stream is over, that will probably move more to the south, if I had to guess. We're already getting some storms to the south here, but they're not quite as significant. Sorry about that. You can see here just kind of west of Texarkana, we're looking at a strong thunderstorm with 40-mile-per-hour winds. But, yeah. There's not much else to say right now. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to ask them. Please keep it related to the weather, though. But about the blizzard or about the severe storms we're going to be seeing tonight, just ask away, because this is going to be an intense few days of weather. I'm going to be going live tomorrow, too. Hello, Mr. Storm. How's it going? Hopefully, actually at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, but it's almost certain that tomorrow at 3:30 we're going to have some significant weather ongoing, so I probably will be. So keep an eye out for that live. Looks like the wind gusts are actually starting to get severe here. Looks like we're getting some 58-mile-an-hour gusts estimated by radar. But yeah, only got one severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Definitely not quite as active of a period of weather as my previous streams have been. But whatever. Sometimes it's nice to, cover the smaller events, I feel like, because obviously you don't want to see news that there's a huge tornado outbreak ongoing. But whenever it's something like this, where there's a much smaller chance of people getting injured and stuff like that, it's kind of fun to look at on radar. But yeah, we could be looking at some slight rotation on these storms here within the next few hours, but the main tornadic threat is definitely going to be later on tonight. Again, any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. It had been a while since I'd been live, and then a couple days ago, 2 days in a row, we had significant severe weather. Recently, we saw an EF3 in Panama City, down in Florida, but that was a pretty intense couple days of weather. It's just, I always seem to just barely miss out on the peak intensity of these events on stream, like, either right before or right after, my stream is always whenever we'll, get something crazy to happen, except for on December 9th, that was the Tennessee tornado outbreak. I did get that Hendersonville tornado emergency, and that was just terrible. Looking at the radar returns from that in live time was downright scary. Okay, it was a beast, that's for sure. I'm definitely not thinking we're going to see anything like that tonight, unless, things really go wrong, like every little thing goes wrong. But it doesn't matter. We could still be looking at significant severe weather, so you need to stay tuned into your local National Weather Service in this orange bubble tonight. If you're in the yellow area, you could be looking at severe weather, like we do have a severe storm in the yellow area right now. That's your slight risk of severe weather, but it's not quite as likely. It is recommended that you do have a couple ways to receive severe weather alerts tonight. A few good ways are apps that will send you severe weather alerts. There's a ton of them you can download on your phone. You can get, let's see here, obviously tornado sirens. There's local weather channels all over this area. So it's definitely good to know that there is definitely good coverage out in this area for severe weather. But yeah, new radar scan is still picking up that significant hail core there. It's not necessarily a super bad situation, but it's definitely not weakening any. Um, so look out for that. Our winds are getting stronger out here, and it looks like we are getting a slight bit of significant rotation here. I wouldn't call this necessarily tornado-wise concerning yet, but just keep an eye out for it. And yeah. Let's see here. Anything else? Not really. Again, I mean the severe weather really is just beginning. Okay. But yeah. Looks like there is a live cam down here in Perryville. That'll probably be fun to look at tonight if you have your Radar Omega app. I mean, that's going to be fun to look at tonight for sure with all these, strong storms that are passing through here, some severe. And I mean, I've been watching these since really like 6 o'clock. There was one that, for a long time we were seeing nothing, you gotta understand. And then I see a bit of a storm start to build up here just north of Little Rock, and then it crosses over the radar and it becomes, decently intense, and then more and more small storms like that just started to pop off, and then here we are where we have, look at these, these can all turn into significant storms tonight, alright? There's just so many little showers, and then so many, strong storms kind of mixed in there, so just be on the lookout tonight. Little Rock, you're definitely not done tonight. You could see some more storms. But we're just going to hope that nothing severe-wise happens in that area. But, it definitely could. Unfortunately, it is just on the edge of that slight and enhanced risk. And obviously, to a certain extent, it matters what risk you're under for severe weather. But you gotta understand, the storms don't stop just because the end of the orange circle is there, right? If you have a tornado that's huge, it's gonna go through, let's say it starts in the orange circle, it's gonna keep going. It doesn't just stop because it hit that orange circle border, it's gonna keep going if it really is a strong tornado. So it doesn't matter what risk of severe weather you are under from the SPC to a certain extent, because anywhere in here, in this, what's it called, the Arctexla area? I don't know, there's some weird tri-state name for it. Yeah, Arklatex. It doesn't matter where you're at in Arklatex, you could be looking at severe weather, alright? So just keep that in mind. The Hendersonville EF2 tornado, I know I keep referencing that, but it started in the enhanced risk, but went over to the slight risk, and it didn't get any weaker just because it entered the slight risk, alright? We have a good idea of where the strongest severe weather could be, but that doesn't mean we know for a fact. There's a relatively new mesoscale discussion here, by the way. It's looking like we have a 40% tornado watch probability here for portions of, let's kind of try to circle the area here. This whole area, do not be shocked if within the next few hours you get a tornado watch issued. We have a new mesoscale discussion that says monitoring the area for increasing severe potential, and I definitely agree with that. I think that area could see some stuff within the next few hours. Again, I'm more concerned about the northern side of this risk. I think the southern side could see, its fair share of severe storms. But if I were the National or the Storm Prediction Center, I would draw the enhanced risk kind of in this general area. But again, I'm not the National Weather Service or the Storm Prediction Center, so listen to them before you listen to me, obviously, but I'm just giving my opinions here. But yeah, it looks like we still have this severe thunderstorm warning. That storm is kind of moving out of the severe thunderstorm box, though. So we will likely get a new one issued here for portions of Arkansas. Kind of draw out a new warning box, maybe like that, or like something more off to the north, maybe. But Clinton, I would say you're going to be just on the edge of this. If you're just north of Clinton there in Arkansas, could be looking at a significant storm coming your way. So get away from windows would probably be your best bet. Let's see here. And again, the gusty winds are really starting to pick up on that storm as well. So keep that in mind. That not only could you see hail of 1 inch, but that could be flung at your windows as high as 60 miles an hour, because some of the gusts we have in here are that high. So just be careful. Looks like we kind of got another storm trying to go severe here near Dordenville, Norristown, and Hollabend, as well as Atkins, which is where this storm was originally. Looks like they did shrink that severe thunderstorm warning at some point. But yeah, once again, if you're just now joining and have any questions, we are here covering severe weather tonight. We only have one severe thunderstorm warning at the minute, but we're guessing another one will be issued here in just a second. Right now, we are in portions of northern Arkansas, but throughout the night, we could be looking at more severe storms and potentially tornadoes across portions of Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and even Mississippi. All right, so keep that all in mind tonight. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like our storm is really starting to leave that warning box, so I imagine a new one will be issued any minute now. Any second, I would even say, unless this is starting to weaken, which it could be. It depends on what this next radar scan shows us. But yeah. If you have any questions about this or the ongoing blizzard across the United States, ask away. All right. I'm just here to cover severe weather, not only severe weather, but also winter weather tonight. But yeah. New special weather statement. Alright, so Hughes and Seminole counties in Oklahoma got a strong thunderstorm warning here, as I like to call them. Technically, they're special weather statements, but this one's for 30-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to penny size. So, look out for that one, guys. Coming straight for you here in portions of eastern Oklahoma. Looks like we do have a significant wind bag here. This is definitely over 30 miles an hour. Some of these are getting over 50 miles an hour. Maybe they just didn't issue that because it could weaken. It's not the most favorable of atmospheres, but it's got potential at the moment. So, I'm not sure. I almost thought that was a new warning for a second, but no, this is the same warning, and expires in 1 minute. This storm is really leaving the warning box, so we should get another one issued, like I said, any second now. It is a little strange that we have not gotten another radar update since it's been like 5 minutes. Normally in an event like this, you want to update your radar, 2 to 3, sometimes 4 minutes. And I say that, and we immediately get a new radar scan. So yeah, moving on to the east, staying just as intense in terms of hail. Do not have a new velocity update yet, so we cannot check up on those damaging winds. But, I imagine a new severe warning will be issued any minute now, like I've been saying for a while. If you notice this special weather statement up here in Kansas, this is for the winter storm. I would take more looks at that, but it looks like it is in a bit of a radar hole. And we got a new velocity scan here. Yeah, there's definitely some growing significant wind gusts on here. This next severe warning we get will probably be for wind and hail, if I had to guess. Just my first glance at it, that's my guess. This is my first glance at it, but my first glance at the new radar scan we just got. Again, right now we are in northern Arkansas. Looks like that warning was allowed to expire here now as the clock rolls to 9 p.m. Little surprising. We did not get that new severe thunderstorm warning. If I had to guess, this is still at severe capacity here. Again, I did this earlier, but kind of draw out a little warning box to where this is going. Go ahead and make it like that. How about that? Maybe I drew that a little too far to the north, but You get the picture. Clinton, you might see some. I mean, if you went outside in Clinton, which I really don't advise, but if you're really a professional storm watcher here in Arkansas, and you went for that, you'd probably see some interesting stuff out there. Um, and I mean, probably shouldn't be advising that, but I mean, it's not the worst storm in the world, and you're not going to be under it. If you were under it, I would say definitely don't do that. I definitely would not encourage getting under this storm outside. I know across the South and the Midwest, we got all these professional storm watchers out here. You know, it's instead of take shelter, it's get out the lawn chairs and maybe if you're 21 or older, crack open an adult beverage and watch the storms. But sometimes it's a little too messy for that. We have no severe warnings in effect right now. Nobody's really watching, and like I said, this is not going to be a normal length stream. Um, so I mean, if something doesn't happen here within the next few minutes, I'll probably just end now, honestly. But keep in mind, we are not anywhere near done with severe weather tonight. That was just the first hit. Tonight, especially across the orange area, we are going to be looking at damaging winds, large hail, potentially tornadoes, and some strong, potentially, okay, across this orange circle here, extending from Shreveport back up to Little Rock. Again, if I was the National Weather Service, I'd probably draw this orange circle a little out, more out to the north and the east here, probably include a bit of Mississippi. But listen to the Storm Prediction Center before me. I called it the National Weather Service again. It's the Storm Prediction Center. They're two very different things. But yeah, two strong storms right now across portions of Arkansas and Oklahoma warned by the National Weather Service. But we have no severe warnings right now at the moment. If you're just now tuning in, I'd appreciate a like and sub. We're in a very active period of weather, and if you need help getting through it, then I'm always here for anybody, especially during my lives. This is the best place to just kind of interact with me, I'd say, and know who I am. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like our storm that had our severe warning could be weakening out a little bit in terms of its hail core there, just north of Clinton. And once we get that new damaging wind, or the velocity scan, we'll see how the damaging winds are looking. But yeah, man, those winds are still there. I mean, at this point, you could issue a severe thunderstorm warning just for these winds being over 60 miles an hour in some spots. But yeah. Let's see here. Our other strong storm here in Oklahoma is currently kind of moving to the north of its warning box. But this one had a pretty significant wind bag on it as well, of, upwards of 55 miles an hour. So careful in eastern Oklahoma as well. But yeah. Let's see here. Got several significant storms kind of just all across the deep south right now. And I mean, I say all across the deep south, but I mean like mainly, this isolated area in portions of northern and central Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, northeast Texas, northern Louisiana. But yeah. Again, any questions, please leave them in chat. If it's about the blizzard, if it's about this severe outbreak, if it's about tomorrow's severe threat, just, ask about your location. I can hopefully help you out a little bit. Very casual stream tonight. Very short stream tonight. Probably going to end soon. But, I mean, I've had fun. Let's see here. I want to take a look at the velocities here, showing some weird stuff. Yeah, it's looking like we're getting a storm here, kind of moving into the Mount Ida area that's got some stuff with it. I don't know how to describe it other than it's got some stuff with it. But yeah. I say but yeah so often after I'm done talking. I mean, it's not really a bad habit, it's just a weird habit. Here's kind of a general overview of the country. The past few days, this kind of map has been insane. A general overview of the watches and warnings in effect. I mean, we got wind chill watches, wind chill warnings, blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, wind advisories, high wind watches, high wind warnings. For some reason, my computer's not showing some of the warnings and watches and whatnot in effect right now. I'm actually going to be looking at some significant weather tomorrow in my area. I mean, it's not necessarily the craziest weather ever, but we haven't seen anything in my area for a while, And it's disappointing. As we enter this El Nino winter, my area is definitely going to be seeing reduced snowfall, warmer temps, and, it's sad. I'm a winter enthusiast. And when I say reduced temps, I mean higher temps. But this storm is going to give me some of that winter feel. Oh my gosh. Severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see here. Oh, what the heck? It was severe, and then it immediately went away and turned into a special weather statement. Huh. That's odd. Okay, well, looks like we have a new one here for Okefuskie, Okmulgee, Muskogee, and McIntosh counties in Oklahoma. This is for kind of that similar area I was talking about of storms in Oklahoma for 40-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail, okay? So keep an eye out on that one. You're going to want to get away from windows for sure. If you are in the Okmulgee area, this is just south of Tulsa here in Oklahoma. Oh, and we did actually get a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so it was not a glitch. So Montgomery, Scott, and then also Yell counties in Arkansas, you have a new severe thunderstorm warning here. This was actually the storm I was talking about, just west of the Mount Ida area, where we are looking at some significant winds. Oh my goodness, what is this? This isn't real, is it? Oh man, it is. Oh, this got intense fast. Alright. We got winds over 60 miles per hour if this radar is estimating correctly, but it's only warned for 50 and it's getting close to 70. But nonetheless, there is hail on this. Yeah, you're going to want to watch this storm, especially if you're on the south side of this warning. This one's not a good one. So Sims and Odin in Arkansas, look out. Storm is coming straight for you. Again, don't be scared, be prepared. But yeah. I was talking about this one earlier too, but I mean, it got even worse. Let's go ahead and put a little radar loop on here. So, comes out of the south there. Yeah, I mean, it really kind of intensified just recently. Yeah, I mean, that's... part of me wants to say that that's not a real wind gust report, and that's just a weird radar signal, which I think it probably is, considering the National Weather Service only warned this severe thunderstorm warning for 50-mile-per-hour winds. And there's several. I mean, once you get too far away from a radar, everything gets messed up. So that could be what's happening here, but nonetheless, this is definitely a significant severe storm. So, you know, we'll look out for that. Man, it's hard to tell if this is real rotation developing here near Pencil Bluff and Odin in Oklahoma. Arkansas. Kind of dealing with storms on the Oklahoma-Arkansas border right now, so sorry if I get the two mixed up. And then obviously we have that storm here in northeast Texas, just west of Texarkana, for 40-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-size hail. Looks like we got another strong thunderstorm warning for Rogers, Mays, Wagoner, and Craig counties in Oklahoma. Normally I wouldn't even be mentioning these, but considering how we have not as much severe weather going on as normal during these streams. I'm gonna mention every little thing that happens here. So yeah. I really want to watch what this storm does. So I might stay live for just a little bit longer. Sorry if you start to hear some noises in the background. That is my printer. But yeah. Let me know how the background noise has been during this stream. It sucked. The past few streams, I've noticed there's been some really bad, annoying, weird background noises for sure. I'm not sure what's causing it because I've never had this issue before. But it's extremely obnoxious. It's like a tapping. It's like a... Like, I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but it sounds like that. I don't know why I switched the correlation coefficient. We're not tracking debris yet. We're not quite that serious. Really want to see this next radar scan to see what it does with this storm here over Odin and Whitetown and Sims in Arkansas. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to take a few minutes here to get a radar update because the storms we have, they are significant, but to get radar updates every 1 to 2 minutes, I mean, you really have to have a situation going on. So, going to be looking at some more, every now and then radar updates. That's alright. Not looking at anything too significant just yet. Again, for anybody just now joining, we only have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for Montgomery, Yell, and Scott counties in Arkansas. Get an update here on our storm in northeast Texas. I mean, yeah, that's getting a hail core on it, that's for sure, if nothing else. I think that's definitely getting close to being severe warned for hail. I think the reason's probably not is because we're in a bit of a radar hole. If you don't know what a radar hole is, basically it's where we have, let's give an example here. We have the Shreveport radar, we have the Little Rock radar, we have the Fort Smith radar, Oklahoma City, DFW, but there's no radars in the middle of all those. So all the areas where the radars cannot reach, and there's none near, is called a radar hole, where we can't really get a good radar signal out there, so we really don't know too well what's out there in extreme northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, and then extreme southwest Arkansas. Any new viewers just now joining? Once again, doing severe weather coverage tonight. Not looking at anything too significant during the stream, but tonight it could definitely ramp up after stream ends. Not saying I'm going to end stream just yet, because we do have a few severe storms that I really want to be looking at right now, particularly the one here near Sims and Odin in Arkansas, as it is getting what could be significant rotation on it, which could lead to a tornado. So we're going to have to watch this here very closely. And then there's another storm in northeast Texas that I'm a little concerned about that is producing some large hail, okay? So if you're in either of those areas, be careful, get away from windows, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad enough where you need to get to a storm shelter yet or anything like that if you have one. If you do encounter severe weather tonight in the deep south area, what you're going to want to do is, if you don't have a storm shelter, that's the best place to hide, first of all. But if you don't have a storm shelter, the most important thing to do is get to the lowest floor possible of a building. Whenever we look at what tornado damage paths look like, we see houses completely ripped off their foundations. But there's usually two things that survive: basements and bathrooms, okay? Bathrooms are another good place to be if you do not have a basement, alright? But obviously, storm shelter first, basement second, bathroom third. You definitely don't want to be in a mobile home. Even in a storm like this, it's a little dangerous to be in a mobile home because those things get flipped over so easily. So if you're in like a trailer or a camper, it's probably a good idea to find significant shelter if you are here in this severe warning, or if you're in this storm here in Northeast Texas, because they're getting some hail that is getting pretty bad out there. So yeah. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat below about your location, and I will try to answer all of chat. There's not really any messages being sent in chat right now, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to answer. There is a 20-second stream delay, so if you do leave a chat message, just know it'll be about 20 seconds before I read it. But yeah. I don't know how to turn that 20-second stream delay off. It's been there ever since I've started streaming. I don't know why. I don't know how it got there. I guess it's just, it's probably just the YouTube default, but, it makes sense to have some stream delay on by default, because if something dire happens where you can't let it be on stream and you need it end immediately and not let people see it, it's good to have that delay on, but 20 seconds does seem a bit strong. But yeah, no use in complaining about it. Yeah, this is definitely a weak rotation at this point. This is definitely real, I've confirmed. And, we're getting gusts over 60 miles per hour here, guys, so even if a tornado doesn't drop with this, which, it probably won't since it's not quite tight enough yet, there's definitely some severe wind and then also some severe hail on here, so look out for that. Just now crossing east of Sims in Arkansas. Again, I'm not going to be able to go live for too much longer. Couple things I need to do. And it's also a school night, so can't be live for too long. But tomorrow, I will be going live again at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, so subscribe with the notification bell on if you want to be notified when I go live for that. Again, severe weather coverage, man. It's been a crazy past few days for severe weather. It's been something, that's for sure. We're starting to see some of these storms tap into that more favorable environment for severe weather here. So we're going to be looking for the rest of the night for things to really start getting intense out there. So tune into your local National Weather Service, and yeah, maybe a local weather station, or if somebody's live on YouTube that you like to watch, that's honestly what I like doing. Especially before I had like radar tools like this and at least a small knowledge about weather. What I used to like to do is go on YouTube and watch these YouTubers do live weather coverage across the country for severe weather. Yeah, this rotation's definitely weakening, but it looks like we could have a new area trying to develop rotation here southwest of Mount Ida, which is actually not even in our warning box right now, so be wary, you're not done yet, Sims, Mount Ida area. Definitely want to get inside, prepare to take shelter if necessary. Definitely good to know what you're going to do if a tornado comes through tonight. Have a plan, I would say. New severe thunderstorm warning here. Every time I say it, man, as soon as I said there's no warning for this, 0.88 inch hail and 60 mile an hour winds, they come out with a warning for it. So, that's good. New severe thunderstorm warning for Mount Ida, Norman, and Odin. And again, they did warn this for wind now, and they actually got rid of the severe hail tag, but still 0.88 inch, so look out for that. I would really like to stay alive for these storms, but unfortunately, I can't wait for these to expire. It's not really an option, so I'm gonna have to end stream at some point, so before it gets too crazy and I'm in the middle of a situation where I really don't want to leave live, I'm probably just gonna go now. thank you all for tuning in. Again, very casual stream tonight. I will be going live again tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Gotta stay live for 20 seconds if the stream delay catches up. So if this part's making it into the outro, well, hello. Alright, I'm in.